Here we go, folks. We're down to our Elite 8. Gonna get it down to the Final 4 tonight. This is going to be a great matchup. Let's meet our first 4 cars that will be competing to make it into that championship race next week. This is not the little car that could. This is the little car that did. He's made it all the way to the Elite 8 here, folks, and he's looked damn good doing it. It is Feral Patrick from Feral Mods in a 2001 Honda Sprocket. And this car has been so slick out there on the track, taking advantage of every opportunity. It is Slick Fitty from Stupid Fish Racing in the 2008 Lancer Evolution. He has proven to be pretty crafty out there on the track himself. He is the model of consistency, folks. It is Wild Willie G from Polk County Diecast Racing in the 2012 Camaro. Speaking of consistency, he is constantly shake, rattling, and rolling out there. It is Uncle Elvis from Uncle Elvis Racing in the 2008 Lancer Evolution. Here we are with the first race here in the semifinals, folks. Is up front, we're going to have Feral Patrick on the inside, Slick Fitty on the out. In the back row, we have Wild Willie on the inside and Uncle Elvis on the out. Good luck to these 4 who will be advancing on to the championship round. And we are off. It is a tight group, as I believe this whole round will be, folks. It is Slick Fitty with the lead. Oh, we got a cluster going on up there on Armageddon Corner, but all the cars seem to be moving along here again as they get untangled. Coming down here to the end, it will be Slick Fitty, Feral Patrick, Uncle Elvis, and Wild Willie. Slick Fitty taking lap number 1. Feral Patrick is right there with him, as the other 2 cars seem to get tangled up back there, and it was a problem for them, but they'll play some catch up here. Folks, as we are off, it is Slick Fitty with that lead down that first straight. Uncle Elvis is riding that rail there on that killer straight. Oh, he took out a couple sides with him, but he's back under control here, folks. Coming down here to the end, it will be Slick Fitty, Wild Willie, and Feral Patrick barely edging out Uncle E at the end. You can see here on the freeze frame, it was Feral Patrick sneaking in there at the very last second, stealing himself a 3rd place finish. Great bit of racing. Slick Fitty taking the first 2 laps. He's starting to run away with this thing, but the other 3 cars are right there to see who will be joining him in that championship round. As they are off, it is a nice tight group with a lot of action down that first straight. It is Uncle Elvis that takes that lead, followed up by Slick Fitty sliding into 2nd place here. As they are lined up, coming down here to Widowmaker Run, folks, we go. Oh, this is going to be tight. It's going to be Uncle Elvis, Slick Fitty, Wild Willie, Feral Patrick. It will be most definitely Slick Fitty moving on to that championship round, folks. But who will be joining him as it's up for grabs here in this final race? It is Feral Patrick that takes that lead. He needs it here, folks. Oh, but he gets loose. Uncle Elvis going to try to make a move around him. He cannot do it. It's still going to be Feral Patrick out with a nice lead here. Coming down here to the end, it will be Feral Patrick, Uncle Elvis, Wild Willie, Slick Fitty. Let's check out those points. Who will be moving on? It will be Slick Fitty moving on to that championship race, folks. As it's going to be Feral Patrick and Uncle Elvis going back up to the top of the Comitel for a race off to see who will be joining him. Would I expect anything less? Of course I wouldn't. We've got to have ourselves a race off for that 2nd place. Yet again, let's do it. Let's go back up to the top of the Comitel. I almost forgot to mention Wild Willie. Thanks for joining us. I hate to see you go here, but look at the run you had. It was a great run. Hope to see you back here real soon. Here we are, folks, who will be moving on to the championship round, as this will be a best 2 out of 3 race off. And we are off. It is a neck-and-neck battle going down that first straight. And it will be Feral Patrick taking the lead, coming out of that crash corner. Oh, Uncle Elvis got just a little bit loose there, and that slowed him way down. Coming down here, it will be Feral Patrick taking lap 1. Uncle Elvis needs to win this one to force a race number 3 for a final race off to see who will be moving on to that championship round. And they are off, and again it is a neck-and-neck battle, and it is Uncle Elvis that takes that lead, but can he hold on to it there? It is Feral Patrick's right on his tail. Now he spread that lead out a little bit. All he's got to do is keep it on the track, and we're going to be racing a race number 3. This is it, folks. Whoever wins this match will be going on to the championship round next week. And we are off. Oh, it's a tight battle once again. It is Feral Patrick that takes that lead. Can he hold on to it now, folks, as we come down here as he's extending that lead? Coming down here to the end, it will be Feral Patrick moving on to the championship round. Kicking off our 2nd heat of the night will be Arlo from Arlo Racing in his Hot Wheels Jackhammer. Next up from E67 Diecast Race Team, it will be Zeus in a 2020 Corvette. In car number 3, we have Steve Chase from Chase Family Racing in his Hot Wheels track tune. And finally, our final car trying to earn his spot in that championship event is Iceman from Iceman Racing. He'll be in his Turbulence. Alright folks, let's get going here and see who's going to be going on to that championship round as we are off and racing. I forgot to do the intro, but you know who these guys are by now. It's going to be Arlo taking that lead coming down here as they are all lined up, and now they're starting to really spread apart. Arlo's got a huge lead here coming down the Widowmaker run. It will be Arlo, Zeus, Steve Chase, Iceman. Arlo looking pretty dominant there in lap number 1. What will he do here on lap number 2 as he's in the back row now? All these cars that want to move on to that championship round, and they are off. It is Zeus out to the lead this time, followed up by Iceman. Once again, they are starting to spread out here big time. This is kind of surprising, folks, that all these cars are just spreading out through there. It is going to be Zeus, Iceman, Steve Chase, Arlo. And it is Zeus that has a bit of a lead here coming into this third race. This thing's going to come down to the wire. I just have that feeling, folks. Here we go. We are off as it is Iceman and Steve in a real heck of a battle right there. As it is Steve that's going to take the advantage. Coming down here to that slingshot. Once again, they're starting to spread out a little bit. As it is going to be Steve Chase, Iceman, Arlo. I told you folks it was going to come down to the last races. We got 2 tied at 9, 1 at 8, 1 at 7. Who will be moving on to the championship race? This race will tell us now. And they are off. Looky there at Iceman and Arlo in a battle. They're still battling it out. Going down here into the slingshot. Look at this. They're neck and neck. Holy cow, folks. It looks like it's going to be Arlo just barely edging out Iceman. Followed up by Zeus and then Steve Chase. Before we check out the final points, let's check out the UFO cam and look at the battle of the night between Iceman and Arlo. Looky there, nobody's giving an inch. Arlo tries to blood in the block, that didn't work, but he does edge him out right there at the end. What a great race. And here you have it, folks. It will be Arlo and Zeus moving on to that championship round next week. Iceman, Steve Chase, both been eliminated, but one heck of a show you put on here, folks. Well, I tell you what, I hate to see them go because they really put on a great show. But you see who our final 4 is moving on to the championship rounds. But right now, it's time to congratulate none other than Uncle Elvis, as he will be our 5th place finisher in this tournament. Congratulations, Uncle Elvis. We'll make sure to note that over there on redlinederby.com. For all you new racers out there, make sure to go over there and check this out. Redline Derby is your place for all your diecast racing needs. And you can also look and see how each and every one of your favorite drivers are doing. Well, folks, this wraps up our semi-final matchups as we are now set for the final 4. It'll be Biden for that custom Carnage 4 championship here in about a week. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us. It tickles me and Sidekick Sandy to death having each and every one of you come and watch our little videos here every week. I'd like to thank everyone you see here on the screen for making this channel possible. Don't forget to be spreading this kind words throughout your day, folks. Until next time, happy racing and God bless.